Welcome back to Gunner Fan TV. Welcome back to another match reaction. First, I want to start off by saying Happy New Year to each and every one of you out there. Hopefully, this 2026 brings you health, wealth, and prosperity. Also, I am on the road to 100 subscribers. Currently, I am at 70. So please do me a huge favor. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Get me that extra 30 so I could get over that line, guys. I really appreciate it. And tell me what you thought about the game today and like the video as well. So let's get into the game. Today we played Bournemouth away. We needed these 3 points because City dropped points recently and Aston Villa also won their game today. So we needed to get the job done. We needed to do our job and win our game today away to Bournemouth. And that's exactly what we did. We got the 3 points. So good job. Good job today by Mikel and the boys in getting those 3 points. But overall, the performance I would say away, it was a good away performance, right? Because whenever you go away, the pressure is on. The pressure is on because other teams won their games today. And I'm talking about Aston Villa. They won their game. City dropped points. So that's kind of pressure on us to go ahead and get those 3 points today and get the job done and kind of move away from those teams that are chasing us. And that's exactly what we did. I mean, don't forget there is pressure, right? Don't think there's pressure when another team drop points because City drop points. I mean, in seasons prior, whenever they mess up, whenever Liverpool mess up, we tend to also drop points. But today we were focused and we got the job done. And we have to kind of give credit where credit is due to Mikel and the actual team. Um, but first half, honestly, yes, we had a lot of possessions, but we had a lot of possession of the ball, but we did give the ball away quite a bit in the midfield today. Zimmerman got caught a couple of times, and only in the first half. We made some wayward passes. I mean, that the big one was Gabriel, making a horrendous pass into Emilson, and he was able to put his team up 1 goal. But it was just a terrible pass. I think he was trying to pass it to Timber, and he totally missed it that pass. But he was able to make it up just a couple minutes afterwards. Great move by Nani. Great performance again by Nani. To be honest, very direct, and he brings a different element to Arsenal in terms of his directness. And it was because of his directness that contributed to us equalizing. And it was really good. It's a good character from uh, Gabriel, right? Because he could have actually, you know, his game could actually, went south, right? He could have held his head down and just sulk, but he knew he had to make it up, right? And he's done that before, and that's exactly what he did. He went in there and got the goal, got the equalizer. So good on Gabby. But the first half was, we were just making some bad passes, giving the ball away, getting caught on the ball. I mean, it wasn't crazy because we still kept control of the first half. They didn't really trouble us, if I'm going to be honest. The only worrying thing for me in the first half is that we had more possession. I think it was like 63%, but for some reason they had more shots, right? They had more shots on goal, and we had the same shots on target, but they had 8 and we had 5. Um, so I mean that was kind of confusing for me in a sense. I was like, it was frustrating seeing that we had more possession, but they were able to have more chances in terms of shots. I mean, 1-1 in terms of on goal, on target. But that was just something I kind of pointed out. Something was I noted when I was looking at the stats. But they didn't really trouble us in the first half. Second half, we came out, we looked better. We were able to get 2 goals. Declan Rice, good performance again by Declan Rice. We didn't really think he would start. Like me personally, I didn't want him to start because after a knee injury, I mean, he missed the game against Aston Villa. So I was thinking, hey, let's not rush him in. Let's just use the same starting midfield that we have or that we used in the Aston Villa game and just give him a rest. Just give him a rest because we have Liverpool coming up next. But I guess it wasn't that serious, and from his performance today, we could tell it wasn't that serious because he again played very well. He was able to score a brace, did a Gerrard celebration. You know what I mean? So for all the haters out there who's saying that he's not at Gerrard's level or he's not world class, he's looking really good. Right now, he's our MVP, right? And I feel like if he goes on, or if we go on to win anything this season, whether it be the Champions League, whether it be the Premier League, he's going to be in the shout for the Ballon d'Or. I'm calling it right now. He's going to be in the shot for the Ballon d'Or because he's having a great season so far. Very consistent. He's consistent, right? Not just coming out here and helping the team to win, but his performances are very consistent, right? He's acting like a leader, right? He doesn't give the ball away. He's very tidy on the ball. He's very progressive. He's just an all-around good player. He's scoring, right? His defensive work, his pressing, his coverage, everything, right? He's a complete midfielder, right? And we haven't seen that in a while. And I want to say maybe Vieira. I can't remember a midfielder off the top of my head. If you remember one, let me know. But he's just very consistent in that midfield. Very important player for us, and we just have to keep him fit. But overall, the midfield was solid, and that's important when you go away. When you're playing away, your midfield has to be on point. And today, even though Zimmerman was caught a couple of times on the ball, overall he was good in the midfield. Right, he kept the ball moving. He was available, moving the ball around, progressive passing. Odegaard, same thing. Like I felt like our midfield today was on point, right, and we controlled the game with our midfield play. And I think that was one of the big reasons why we scored the goals we scored today and why we actually won the game. It was because of our midfield. Attacking wise, also, let's take it away from Madueke. Madueke was very good. I felt like he was very good. It's just his end product, his finishing product needs work. And I think Mikel, give him another season. Remember, this is his first season. So, we have a full season to kind of work on that plus preseason. Second season is where we kind of, if you want to judge him, you could judge him on that. But I think he will get better with his finishing under Mikel. Martinelli wasn't really good today. I mean, he was trying, but he wasn't giving us the same output as Madueke on the other side. Gyökeres, I don't even know if I want to talk about Gyökeres. He just needs to do more. I don't know if it's a team. I don't know what it is anymore, guys. I mean, we've been talking about Gyökeres for a while. We're winning while he's playing. We're winning, right? We're getting the results. So, I mean, is that enough? Right? That's the question. Is that enough for us to be winning while he's on the field, while he's playing? He's contributing, right? That second goal was kind of, as a result of him with the ball, right? He had I'm just trying to I'm trying here. I don't know. He had the ball, he had an opportunity. It came back to Saka. Saka played it back to Rice. Rice scored. I don't know, guys. I'm running out of ideas, defense. I don't know. Gyökeres just had to put the ball in the back of the net, and we just have to help him. That's all I can say about Gyökeres. But it wasn't a great performance by him today. Didn't score. Got hooked again. Frustrating to see him get hooked. Gabby Jesus came on. Didn't really do much, to be honest. And I think that's why a lot of people are saying that Gabby Jesus is also not the answer because the consistency, right? He gave us good performances in the last 3 games that he made an appearance in, but this one he was kind of quiet, didn't really show up that much in the second half. But overall, I feel like the team played good defensively. We let in 2 goals, but I don't think that's a fair result, to be honest, because I felt like defensively we were okay. We weren't solid in the first half. We were making little mistakes. But if it wasn't for that first goal that was given away by Gabby, second goal, we should have probably covered on the recycling of that ball. It came in, we weren't tracking, so we probably could have tracked a little bit better. But I don't think they deserve 2 goals. So the score doesn't really justify the performance. But hey, we still let in 2 goals, and that's still on the defense. But I think we're okay defensively. In Capier, Timber, apart from the mistake from Gabby, Saliba was okay. Rea was okay. So you know what? Good away win. We needed that. Not much, things I could complain about in this game. We just look forward to Liverpool's game on Thursday. They're away to us, so it's a home game, and I expect another good home performance from Arsenal against Liverpool. We owe them. We have to win that game, right? We have to go out like positive. We can't go out there being negative. We're home. We went away to Anfield and we went negative, in my opinion. So now we have to make that up. We have to slap this team because they're struggling also. So this team cannot come to our yard, right, and show us up. We have to show them up. All right. So that's the next hurdle. I think we'll win that game. But again, good performance today. Overall, good performance by the team and well-deserved win. So tell me what you think, guys. Give me your comments and please subscribe to the channel. Again, I'm only 30 subscribers away from 100. So please do me a huge favor. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment. Appreciate you guys. And I'll see you again, guys, in the next one. Take it easy.